By 2030, I'm saying it again and I'm getting out of here. By 2030, if you ain't leveled up, and basically I'm gonna put it in language that most people can understand. You don't get your shit together, you're gonna be left behind. That's the most blunt way that I can say it. You're gonna be left behind.
Something changed. But what changed? People are still trying to figure it out because most of us wasn't prepared for the change. So in this video, I'm going to show you the reason why people wasn't prepared for the change. And none of us saw this coming.
Even with everybody on here struggling, getting whooped by the economy, there's still a small group of people who feel like they need to get on here and let everybody know they're not broke. There's still a group of people who are making videos saying, not everybody broke, not me. Who asked you? Like, what does that add to the conversation? People over here trying to cope and make it through life right now. You felt the need to insert that you not one of them. You felt like this was the time to go flex right now and tell everybody you not broke. Like, that's sick to me, and you act like the tables can't turn. Like, you can't be humble. Like, really think about it. One day you could be at the bottom with the group that don't have nothing. And when you do, don't be on TikTok asking for help, wanting sympathy, nothing. Take it on the chin, stick your chest out. Don't say nothing. Since you want to be big and bad right now, why everybody is suffering.
Gang, so you telling me this the reality for a man? That's it, bro? I just got off of work. It's 2:56 in the morning. I don't have nobody to talk to, gang. I don't got nobody to comfort me, gang. I don't got nobody to tell me that it's okay, gang. I have nobody to talk to, gang. And even if I did, I still can't tell them how I feel because I don't like being vulnerable. I don't like feeling vulnerable. Even if I did explain how I feel, they wouldn't care, bro. Wouldn't nobody care. They gonna say, well, keep your chin up, keep your head up. What the fuck you think I've been doing this whole time, bro? It's tired, bro. Yes, I might be a man, but I'm tired of things, bro. I'm gonna keep it undone. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I'm speaking up for the niggas that don't have the strength to say this, bro. I get tired of bro. It's tired, bro. Like, is this reality for me? Work, go home, go to sleep, do it all again, bro. No social life, gang. I barely see my homeboys anymore, bro. It's tired. I feel like I have no time on my hands, gang. Like, yeah. I don't know, bro. I just feel like this shit getting repetitive. I don't know, bro. I just feel like this is in a circle, bro. A loop or something, bro. I didn't keep my hope, bro. But shit still get hard, bro. Shit still be hard, bro. At the end of the day.
I can't tell y'all how many times I had to work a job and just so many of the people there be so fucking fake, man. And it's so irritating. And especially when you a person who's like super aware, you can tell that there's a bunch of people being fake with each other. And then you can tell when they being fake with you. And it just makes you just not want to be there. Like, you can tell it's certain people in here they treat better than others. And it's certain people in here they actually treat worse on purpose. You can tell when there's a bunch of people in here that's just ganging up on one person, trying to make them feel bad all the time, trying to make them quit. Just trying to make their time and work harder than it needs to be. I can't even tell y'all how many times I don't work the job where everybody would try to gang up on me, like overwork me, make me tired, make my time there miserable on purpose, just to like get me fired or just to make me miserable just in general. And you can tell when people are trying to just make your time and work hard as fuck on purpose. Like, they just do petty little shit. They get attitudes over stuff that ain't no reason to get no attitude about. They be telling you to do stuff that nobody else is doing. It's like little weird shit people do. You can tell they purposely targeting you on purpose. And I know I'm not the only one. I'm not even complaining. I'm just sharing my experience. I know a lot of people that have been through this shit. It's a lot of people that purposely will get targeted at work just because they're like the quiet one, or just because they don't walk into work trying to talk to everybody. Like, you just go in there trying to be to yourself. It ain't that you think you better than nobody or nothing. You just want to go in here, get this shit done, and go home. Like, if you made friends here, it would be cool. But it's like, you just start to feel the energy in here, and it's like, I don't really want to fuck with any of y'all.
I just got done grocery shopping at Walmart. Walmart is supposed to be a relatively cheap place to get your groceries from, which is why I shop there pretty often. Do you guys know how expensive hamburger meat is now? It is literally almost $8 for 1 pound, and it doesn't matter what kind of hamburger you're getting. It doesn't matter if it's the 75-25, the 85-15 lean. Like, it doesn't matter what kind you get. It's all almost $8, which is insane because my mom used to tell me when I first moved out of the house and was purchasing things on my own, she was like, just always have hamburger because hamburger is so inexpensive. You can pick it up. You can make so much with it. $8 is actually crazy. Like, that adds up so freaking fast. My groceries weren't that expensive. Like, I was adding them up. I'm like, okay, this is fine, this is fine, this is fine. I added my hamburger and my price skyrocketed. That's freaking crazy. What are we doing? What is this economy that we are all living in right now? It makes me so mad. Like, no one can afford to live. Hamburger is so expensive, and that is supposed to be one of the most easily accessible meats.
These jobs nowadays, they want you to say fuck your kids, fuck your health, never get tired, all for fucking $18 to $20. Like they fucking losing it.
So my second ever big girl job was at a grocery store. And I will tell you myself that the issue is not that society cannot feed people. We have more than enough food. It's that feeding people is not as profitable as selling food. One of the darker things that I learned working at a grocery store is that the grocery store food waste, they have something called shrink. Shrink is basically inventory loss. It's stuff that gets damaged, expires, gets stolen, can't be sold. And when grocery stores throw that inventory away, they write off those losses on their taxes. And so a tax write-off reduces the amount of income that a company gets taxed on. So if a grocery store loses, say, thousands of dollars in unsold food inventory, they can report that loss and lower their taxable profit. These corporations are more concerned with protecting profit margins than feeding hungry people. A lot of us are conditioned to believe that food is a privilege and not a right, but it should be our right to survive. And remember, they're not only throwing away rotten food. I've seen it myself. Grocery stores throw away overstock too. Entire shipments that can't fit in the freezer or won't sell fast enough. They throw out stuff with damaged packaging where the food is completely fine inside. Produce that looks ugly, like deformed fruit or vegetables. Perfectly edible food. What's crazy is there's already systems proven to reduce this waste. Something called dynamic pricing is where they lower the price of food right before it expires. It statistically reduces food waste significantly, but less than 25% of grocery stores in the United States do that because the companies would rather protect their profit margins than normalize cheaper food access. Okay, do you see where I'm going? And very few grocery stores consistently donate excess food to food banks either. That overstock or like the stuff that gets thrown away, like they genuinely throw it away. Some stores intentionally lock dumpsters or destroy the food before throwing it away. Like, think about how insane that is. We have people digging through the trash while corporations are pouring bleach on the food so that nobody can take it for free when it's going in the trash anyway. Like, and the irony that these same corporations will ask you to donate money at the checkout screen for hunger relief while they're actively throwing away perfectly edible food that could have gone to shelters, food banks, struggling families. So imagine a grocery store has a bunch of extra food that they can't sell in time. So now they have multiple choices: lower the prices, donate it, or throw it away and make money back. They're going to throw it away and make the money back. And under capitalism, businesses are structurally incentivized to prioritize profit first. Grocery stores are businesses before they are charities. Their goal is to make money. So if giving away food threatens pricing structures, future sales expectations, or profit margins, many of these corporations would rather waste the food than normalize free access to it. That is a part of why some stores would literally rather destroy the food than give it away to you, which sounds like cartoonishly evil until you realize that this is exactly what happens when basic human necessities are treated as primarily products instead of human needs. France, great example, France. They literally passed an anti-food waste law. Large supermarkets are not allowed to intentionally destroy usable food. They are required to donate edible food to charities instead. So the problem is not production. We have more than enough food to feed everybody. The problem is distribution under a system that profit incentives matter more in than hunger. Manufactured scarcity is profitable. They are starving you on purpose. And don't even get me started on the fact that the grocery stores do not care that the food they are selling you is quite literally poison.
Anyone else feeling more depressed than normal lately? I'm just curious. Like, just this, like, looming depression. And it's not like boohoo, lock yourself in a dark room depression, but you can feel something's off. My take is this. I just filled up my gas tank, and for $30, I got a day's worth of gas in my truck, essentially. And I'm realizing more and more of how fucked our economy is. I went through this last recession deal that we did in the early 2000s, and it fucking sucks. And this is all the signs of what it was. I mean, how many people out there right now have no credit card debt because you don't need to live on your credit cards? I make more money today than I did 5 years ago, by far. Yet I am tremendously broker than I was 5 years ago. If I would have made this money 5 years ago, holy shit, like life would be amazing. But it's like, it's not enough. And now all of a sudden you kind of like feel like a failure, and you start to get in your head of like, why am I constantly stressed? I mean, are you driving around with your check, your fuel light on, or are you giving up your health insurance because you're trying to cut corners somewhere just to get some more money and cash flow somewhere? I don't know, man. I will say this. I think it's going to get a lot worse, way worse than this before it ever gets better. I think you're going to see a lot of people struggle with addiction. I think you're going to see a lot of people struggle with mental health. Like, it's going to get fucking crazy. Kind of like it did back then. And I don't mean to be like some like sound the alarms or whatever bullshit, but I'm just like, I'm watching more and more people just using credit cards on shit and just not having money all of a sudden, and never slowed down the spending. And now all of a sudden it's like we didn't even slow down the spending and you're just broke. I don't know. I hope that I'm wrong. I hope that this is just a little phase. I guess we'll find out. I just want to let you know, if you're struggling right now, you ain't alone.
You will never be able to convince me in a million years that a pizza party ever gave employee appreciation. Because how come we're grown adults and you're giving out certificates and giving out plastic trophies as if we all in third grade, like we don't got bills to pay? We made record breaking profits this year as a multi-million-dollar company. So to reward you guys for all your hard work, we're gonna give you a pizza party. Baby, I can buy myself a pizza party. Where's the $100 Visa gift cards? Where's the gift card so we can go out to eat and go to restaurants and take care of ourselves? Like, girl,
what been going on with the jobs lately, like with the interviews? Because y'all are literally giving people interviews and y'all not even interviewing them. All you ask is for my age and my name, and then you tell me all about the job. Like, then y'all tell people like, we're gonna call you back this time, look for our call, yada yada yada. Damn, bitch, you only know my age and my name, and I put that on the application. Like, I don't know what been going on lately with the jobs and this economy, but it's like very hard to get a job nowadays. Like, I don't know if it's just like in my area, but it's just like very hard to get a job around here. Like, you'll think like fast food jobs are like easy, but they're really not. Like, they're not easy to get into no more. It's like now you just have to basically start your own shit, like start your own business, because it's like you can't even get into the job somewhere because it's like they don't want to hire people, and then they fire people left and right. Like, what's going on? Like, people need to work. Y'all need workers or not? Y'all say y'all hiring, then don't never hire nobody. Like, what's up? And then they always talk about some, oh well, we need someone with experience and stuff like that, but y'all not willing to give nobody experience. Now, even if you don't have experience, you have to start lying and saying that you do have experience. The only reason why I said fast food is because, like, it used to be easy to get in fast food restaurants. Like, now it's not. And then, like, you do for, like, retail or something like that, and they're hard to get in. Like, what is going on with the job system? Like, tell us what's going on. Like, then when we start doing illegal things, y'all want to start locking people up. Like, give people jobs. People need money. I ain't doing no illegal shit, but I'm just saying. I might put something in my purse.
The cost of living in Ohio is getting more and more expensive each day. There is no reason why. I just had to spend $600 on my electricity bill for 1 month. And then our Senator John Husted says that we just need to make more money, and that Ohioans who are financially struggling are just not experienced at navigating the real world, whatever that means. Rent is through the roof. Gas is through the roof. Groceries are high, clothes are high, even ice cream is expensive. It's getting ridiculous. And I know I'm not the only one who deals with this, because all of my family, all of my friends are also dealing with this here in Ohio. Are y'all seeing anything that is crazy high right now? I mean, I know we all are dealing with the gas prices, but I don't know, is anybody else's electricity super high? I've never had to pay $600 for 1 month of electricity. The rent prices in Ohio, in Stark County, are rising quicker than wages. How are we raising the rent but not the wages? It doesn't make sense to me. This is affecting real families in our communities. We need to be calling our representatives and telling them to do better. This is ridiculous.
This is why the average American is struggling and complaining about wages and the cost of living. Here's the math. There's about 80 million Americans making $50,000 or less. And these are essential jobs that we need to operate this entire country. And they are being underpaid. $50,000 after taxes, 401k, and health insurance is $2,900 a month take-home pay in 2026. Let's say they find an apartment with utilities for $1,500 a month. Let's say that they do a perfect budget of $100 a week for groceries. They don't eat out. They don't do DoorDash. They are perfect when it comes to their food. $400. Let's say they get a used car well below the average for $300 to get them back and forth on their 45-minute commute. Then they have $150 for car insurance, $150 for gas, $150 for cell phone and internet, and $100 for personal care. Leaves them with $150. And they have no student loans and no credit cards. How is somebody in America in 2026 who is financially perfect, zero debt, investing in their 401k, budgeting to the dime, has $150 left over? How do they go on dates? How did they travel? God forbid, what if someone passes away in their family and they have to go travel out of state to the funeral, or a friend is getting married? They would have to put that on a credit card. We have built an economy that if you're perfect, you still have to have a second job in order to make progress. And it's so exhausting to hear people just throw out these things. Would you ever think about cutting your expenses? What are you gonna cut? This person is perfect. The wages have to go up, or we need to cut taxes on the first $100,000 and allow people to keep their money. Our generation got fucked. Hence the reason I wrote the book, Generation Fucked, How Millennials and Gen Zs Were Robbed of the American Dream and How We Can Fix Our Futures. The pre-orders are now available. It comes out July 14th. You can grab a copy of my profile. I go over so many things that happened over the past 50 years that led to this wealth inequality, from stock buybacks to private equity to the national debt to the cost of living crisis, wages, and solutions for policies and independent things that we can all do to reclaim the American dream and make it work for us.
I just want to cry right now. I stopped after work to BJ's, right? Just to get the essentials, milk, eggs, bread, stuff like that. Stuff for lunch, for work. Some snacks. This bill was almost $300. $300. I almost died at the register. Then I had to get gas. And the gas is $4.59 in my town. So between food and gas, like, what are we doing? Who is in charge of this bullshit? Who? Because I didn't sign up for this. Did you sign up for this? Because this is insane.
That's why people wasn't ready for the change, because we don't know what's going on, and it's starting to get more and more strange. The reason why it's starting to get more and more strange is because they keep telling us what to do and what not to do. Now they're telling us we can't eat fruits and vegetables. Something's wrong with the fruits and vegetables. And then they're telling us we can't come outside because of these wildfires in Canada. And then we haven't seen an actual video of the fires in Canada. So we don't know what's going on and what to believe. And then the cost of living is just getting out of hand. And then there's something different happening every day at Walmart. Something is just going on. And that's why a lot of people wasn't prepared for this. And then the things they tell us that we need in life, we're starting to realize that it was all a lie. So that's why people wasn't prepared. But you can't blame them, because we was taught this. We wasn't taught financial literacy. We wasn't taught how money works. All we was taught was just go to school, get a job, and your life will be better. And as people start to do that and experience that, they're starting to realize that their life is not getting no better. It feels like they're just stuck in one spot. And I know that's a sad situation because you've been trying to pull yourself out that spot year after year. And it seems like you ain't never getting anywhere. And that's why people aren't prepared for what's about to happen. And there's more. We just don't know it yet. But there's more that's about to happen. And that's why it's just a devastating scene. Because we all thought the country would get better, but it's continuing to collapse and it's getting worse. And that's why it's getting hard out here. No matter what you do, no matter where you go, people aren't nice no more. Customer service is not the same as it used to be. And that's why people aren't prepared. They have to just constantly go out into this world and just live life based on the spur of the moment. And that's the sad situation. That's the sad world that we live in. And year after year, we keep being told that it's going to get better, but it never does. So that's my take on the situation. Let me know how y'all feel in the comments, what y'all think about these clips, and I'm going to see y'all on the next one. Peace.